Hi, it's Matt here for Newsshooter.com at NAB 2018. I'm with Michael from Teradek. Now you've got a couple of new Bolt versions.
Yep.
I'm going to see if I can remember this. The RX and the LT, did I get it right?
It's the XT and the LT.
See, I didn't even get it right.
Yeah, it's a little confusing with XT, TX, right. So two whole new lines of Bolt wireless transmitters. The XT line is the no compromise, super high end, all the bells and whistles system. And then the more affordable, no frills, just wireless system is the LT. One of the most important developments for both of these is that they're backward compatible with not just each other, but with the current generation of Bolt 500, 1000, and 3000 systems. So if you want to hang on to your current system, you can just go ahead and add on these new receivers and transmitters as you like, or if you want to take advantage of some of the new features, then of course we've got these new systems that will be available within a month.
So speaking of new features, what's the main difference between these new models and some of the existing Bolt range?
So we really tried to focus on form and function. We took a lot of input before we started designing this again, and we wanted to find out what were the pain points with the existing systems. So we focused on mounting, number one. We've got the new ARRI 3/8 pin lock on the transmitter. We've got 3/8 mounting points on the receiver in addition to a NATO rail. A lot of people with the old quarter 20s, if it took a spill, it would snap sometimes, so that's not going to be an issue anymore. One of the other big enhancements is pass-through power plates, whether that's Canon LPE6, Sony L series, or Gold or V-mount. You can do that now on both the transmitter and the receiver, which is so much better than it used to be, where you'd have to loop that LEMO to PTAP cable, which is really irritating.
Okay, great. Now, these started shipping yet, and just run us through the prices.
Yeah, so they'll begin shipping within a month. The XT starts at $2,500 for the 500 and goes up to $10,000 for the 3000. The LT starts at $1,500 for the 500 foot and goes up to $4,000. I think that's right, $4,000 for the LT 1000 foot.
And just finally, you're also working closely with the Sony Venice, and you've got your own sort of system that you developed. I guess you guys have developed it specifically for Sony for the Venice.
Yeah, we do. This is the chassis. We actually ripped the electronics out just recently to start working on them because we're going to do some tests later. It's an integrated Bolt 500, 1000, or 3000, you can choose whichever you like, sits right on the back of Sony Venice. The signal path goes right through to their recorder if you were to be using one at the time, and even if you wanted to turn the system off, it won't affect the data path, so you'll be okay saving power if you weren't using the wireless transmission. This should be available in the summer, I think. We don't have pricing just yet, but it'll have all the software features and everything that the Bolts already have at the high end, so the 3D LUT engine, the 5 GHz spectrum analyzer, all that stuff will also be built into this.
Is this something that Teradek is getting more requests for, to work more closely with camera companies to make sort of systems that integrate better with their cameras?
Yeah, so last year we announced the Bolt for RED cameras, the DSMC2 Bolt. We're still working on that. That should be coming out pretty soon. We're getting more and more requests, not just from the camera manufacturers, but from the users themselves. They want more streamlined, lightweight systems. They don't want to have to put a lot of stuff all over their camera, and this is one way that we're helping them become more nimble on set. I would say that you can bet we'll see a lot more of these types of things in the future.
Thanks very much.
All right, thanks, Matt.